I'm packing up my tent right now.
Last night was truly brutal. It was just 2 degrees Celsius and windy, far colder than expected. My sleeping bag is rated for a minimum of 2 degrees, but that's only under ideal conditions, when using a proper insulated mat. Unfortunately, my inflatable mat got punctured by a tiny bush thorn I must have missed in the grass. As a result, I spent the night lying on uneven cold ground with the chill seeping through.
Today doesn't look very good, but I've done a lot already. About 930 kilometers this week. About 700 left, which might not be completed as planned. I had a very good breakfast this morning. Peanut butter, about that much was eaten, and coconut oil, about half of it was eaten. So it's about 3,500 calories to compensate my heat loss during the night. Plus 3 was not what I was expecting continuously. I'm ready for it, but not every day, and I wasn't expecting 0 temperatures for the next 2-3 days. I changed my timing from the last year by 1 week, and I still get the same result. Last year I cycled Balkans, started extremely warm, 36 degrees, and 1 week later it went down to 6 degrees, and then a couple of days of snow. But then continued for 2 weeks in +6. But my bike was with bags. I had lots of warm clothing, so I was better prepared for cold weather because I was expecting it. This time I was not expecting any cold weather, just some. So I was ready just down to 5 to 6 degrees only. All the clothes are on me. I don't have any spares, and I don't have even space to carry any spares. And tomorrow is going to be 0. I don't really need to kill myself by pushing to the limit where I can. I want to be that trip a pleasure for myself. I don't want to prove anything. I don't want to win. It's not a race. So I might cut where it's going to be below the temperature I feel comfort. Even though the peanut butter and coconut oil provides me warmth, I am not ready to continue with those 2 ingredients for the next 4 days. That's it. You know what's hardest? It's hardest to put a heart rate monitor and this 3 temperature cold without feeling cold and making it right from the first time. Usually it just slips off and then it measures heart rate incorrectly, usually doesn't register it at all or shows it very low. And although I had a 3,500 calories breakfast, which is a normal 2-day meal intake for a normal person, it is just my breakfast. I will eat another 3,000 calories throughout the day by eating nuts and seeds, and that's it, only just to compensate all the energy loss I lose while I cycle. 600 to 700 grams, which is 1.5 pounds a day, if I was eating at such a rate without exercising. Judge yourself how fast I would grow. Started my day in a cold, leaving my camp, now going off the hill where I spent the night. It's a bit steep here. I'm basically on my toes by going down the hill. Have to be careful, loads of loose sticks here, roots, stones. I could slip easily and end up in no time just laying on the side. But with caution I can continue going down. I've reached the Hungarian-Austrian border. That's Austria behind those buildings, and I will take a hotel here for the night. If you see the flags, the wind is still blowing right into me, and it's very, very strong. And that's northern wind. It's not going to change for 2 days. Pity though. My plan was to ride 220 kilometers tomorrow, and 210 the day after. I believe that plan is ruined. Against such a wind, I have no power. I'm arriving at the hotel, and they grow horses here as well. There is one horse, two. They are doing either breeding or training of the horses, and it's still and I feel the smell of the horses as well. So I am in the hotel. Okay, that's my room, and that's where I'll sleep tonight. Perfect.
The warmth and comfort of Equilibre provided a much-needed respite from the harsh conditions. The burst blood vessels in my eyes are proof of the strain from yesterday's battle against the wind, like Don Quixote fighting invisible giants. I tried pushing through again today, but I quickly realized that if I didn't stop, I might truly lose this battle. Now it's time to regroup and prepare for what's next.